Disgraced financier Howard Rubin hit with a 10-count indictment involving federal trafficking, torture, wire fraud. I mean, this is bad. I'm going to break everything down for you right here on Los Angeles Magazine's daily pop culture scandals and crime news. Now, this arrest actually happened in September. I don't know what has taken me so long to go through this indictment. It's just been a very busy news cycle, let's say. But I finally got around to reading it, and guys, it is bad. According to the government, from 2009 to 2019, Howard Rubin, he's 70 years old now. He was actually arrested in Connecticut when this all went down. He and his former assistant, Jennifer Powers, allegedly recruited dozens of women, often models or Playboy models. They recruited them to New York City for alleged commercial sex acts, many involving BDSM, bondage, dominance, submission. But the key is here, these women were allegedly tortured beyond their consent. And Jennifer Powers and Howard Rubin allegedly set up a sex dungeon for these women. And I mean, it is terrifying to read this indictment. There are talks of these women being electrocuted. There are actually machines that Howard Rubin allegedly bought to electrocute these women and torture them. I mean, it is like something out of a movie. It is so scary. So I'm going to play this quick news clip to give everybody sort of just a little rundown before I go through some of the details and the specifics. But yeah, it's not looking good for him. I mean, I think I have to follow this case now because he's being heard in Brooklyn. The Eastern District of New York is prosecuting this. So it's local for me. I kind of have no excuse here. So let me play this quickly. All right. Look at me on the ball.
I'm Jessica Moore in for Christine Johnson. We begin at 6 with allegations of horrifying acts behind closed doors of a Manhattan penthouse. Retired New York financier Howard Rubin and his personal assistant are accused of spending $1 million to recruit women to engage in sex acts that sometimes turned violent. Alice Gaynor has more from Brooklyn Federal Court, where Rubin just faced a judge and pleaded not guilty.
A 10-count indictment against 70-year-old retired financier Howard Rubin and his personal assistant, 45-year-old Jennifer Powers, alleges from 2009 to 2019, Rubin recruited dozens of women to engage in sex acts for money, allegedly torturing them beyond consent, preying on women who were desperate, suffered from addiction, and had previously been sexually abused. Powers is accused of facilitating the encounters, arranging travel, and securing non-disclosure agreements. According to the indictment.
So just really quickly, I'm not certain, but yes, some of these women were models. Some of them may have been escorts. So, you know, that is an interesting aspect. And that also kind of gives me Diddy vibes, I guess, with the Diddy case. But I think the difference here is that Howard Rubin allegedly, and again, it's very detailed, but allegedly tortured these women in a bad way.
Indictment during many encounters, Rubin brutalized women's bodies, causing them to fear for their safety and or resulting in significant pain or injuries. The alleged encounters took place at luxury hotels and then at a penthouse apartment near Central Park Rubin leased and partially turned into a so-called sex dungeon, soundproofing it and outfitting it with BDSM equipment. Some contained devices to shock or electrocute. Prosecutors say Rubin and Powers, together with others, recruited women, some former Playboy models, misrepresenting the extent to which he would engage in physical and sexual violence, sometimes disregarding a safe word. Rubin allegedly encouraged women to take alcohol and drugs like sedatives. Some say they were unable to consent because of lack of consciousness. Rubin, prosecutors say, threatened them with legal consequences and public shaming if they sought legal recourse. Rubin funded Powers' life, paying her Manhattan rent, private school for her children, credit card bills, legal fees, a down payment on her Texas home and mortgage, totaling around $8 million. Rubin was also charged with bank fraud in connection to the mortgage.
Rubin pleaded not guilty to the charges in court. Prosecutors revealed there are dozens of other alleged victims not yet included in the charges. Powers was arrested in Texas. She'll appear before a judge Monday. Outside Brooklyn Federal Court, Alice Gaynor, CBS News.
Okay. when they mentioned Jennifer Powers and Howard Rubin paying for her entire life, well, he was also hit with a bank fraud charge in this indictment, the sex trafficking indictment. And that is because when he went to get Jennifer Powers her apartment or her home, and he was signing for this, at the time, he was also being sued, or he had been sued in 2017 by 3 different women who had alleged that he raped them. And by the way, I don't say these words. There have been comments, just a side note. I don't say some of these words because YouTube will ban your video, will absolutely shadow ban the video if they hear you say words like grape and blank trafficking. So anyway, so he was signing for her apartment or whatever, her home, and he was being sued by these women who said that he raped them, and he owed these women millions of dollars, and he did not disclose this to anybody, to the bank or anything like that, when he was getting her apartment, and he was called out for this because he owed judgment. So yeah, he misrepresented his liabilities is probably a better term for this here. Now, these women, as you heard, there are only some that are named on the indictment. And I don't mean named because clearly they don't use their real names, but there are more alleged victims is what I'm trying to say. This guy did this allegedly for over a decade. So yeah, I do feel like it might get worse for him. I mean, the sex trafficking charges, those carry up to could be a life sentence. And, you know, the mandatory minimum here for him with all of these charges is 15 years. So it's not great. So he is being detained. He is being tried in the the Eastern District of New York. And I will just, let me pull up a part of I want to share this. It was the press release. And this is what first got my attention, besides the indictment. But man, it's graphic. So let me find. As alleged, the defendants used Rubin's wealth to mislead and recruit women to engage in commercial acts, where Rubin then tortured women beyond their consent, causing lasting physical and or psychological pain, and in some cases, physical injuries. There was a part in the indictment where they actually said that he injured a woman so badly that her breast implant flipped upside down in her body. I had never read anything like that before. It required surgery for this woman. And there are other very, very detailed allegations in this indictment that I probably should not say on YouTube, but I can put a link as well in the episode notes so you can read it for yourself. Because again, I mean, these are all allegations, of course. He's innocent until proven guilty. But if even half of this stuff is true, he's going to have a problem. And I think that it's going to be the job of his defense attorneys to just make sure here that he gets a fair trial. He's as comfortable as possible wherever he is. And, this is just me talking from the Constitution. This is not me actually giving a crap about this guy or, his well-being, just putting it out there that, again, if this indictment is even half true, it doesn't look good for him. So another case that we will be following here at Los Angeles Magazine. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you don't already. I'm Lauren Conlin, and I will be back again tomorrow.